feeling like whatever I do is pretty freaking awesome. There is a little subtle worry that you're not going to be able to make it. But the big picture is don't give up on it ever. They feel like they need to lie to you. I don't know why. Hi, Sagittarius, my fireball of light. I'm Michele B. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm going to bring you some messages about money and love. Here we go. Starting with the theme. The theme for this reading, this is you, Queen of Wands. Full of energy, full of love for yourself, excited about life, feeling like whatever I do is pretty freaking awesome. What I love about this lady is that she never does anything that's beneath her. She always puts her best foot forward, and she attracts so much attention because of it. She only takes the best, and that goes in love and when it comes to work. Now we're going to look at what to embrace and what to leave behind. What to embrace, we have the Eight of Swords. Now that doesn't look very good on the surface. When you look at it, you say, why should I embrace being tied up? No, quite the opposite. You're embracing that it's time to let go of the bonds of what was holding you back before, what was in your head, your own glass ceiling. You're thinking to yourself, I didn't realize how much I am capable of. The Queen of Wands is saying, I never realized how much I'm capable of until I found out what's out there in the world. And now you're like, I didn't realize I trapped myself. Ready to let go of the bonds, the mental bonds that were holding you back before. What to leave behind? Definitely another leaving behind kind of thing. Leaving behind the idea that you don't have anything to offer. There was a lot of self-esteem issues. Maybe we'll find out more later on in the reading about where these self-esteem issues came from. But essentially, these self-esteem issues held you back from feeling like you had something to offer to the world to bring in money, or that you were like attractive, or that you had a lot to offer in a relationship. Now, Sagittarius, diving right into your money information here, the messages that I got. First of all, I want to say you're on the right track. If we got the 10 of Cups and we've got the Page of Pentacles here, in that right now you have all the ingredients that you need to live an ideal life, the ideal lifestyle, and have all the money that you could possibly want. Plus, you're excited because you're learning a bunch of new skills, you're doing things in a whole new way, and it's got you really optimistic about the future. But now we also, while we're doing that, we need to be constantly analyzing our mindset and those self-limiting boundaries that we put around ourselves, how we tie ourselves up. So here we have a little bit of an like a message that's something that's happening under the surface that we need to discuss a little bit. The Devil and Sun being here in reverse, it's saying that underneath this excited anticipation you have for your future, there is a little subtle worry that you're not going to be able to make it, that it's a mistake for you to be investing in yourself and for you to be taking a chance on trying these new endeavors that you don't know whether or not they're going to end up working in the long run. So you're kind of worried about it, but at the same time you're like, but whatever I do, I don't want to go back to the life that I had before. I don't want to go back to working for the man. I don't want to go back to working at just some regular job. So there's a part of you that's just a little bit scared and anxious that things aren't going to work out. The cards want you to know, when we've got that 10 of Cups being here, is it is going to work out. And the only answer is, the only mindset for you to have is everything is going to be okay no matter what. Because it is. Life goes on, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. It's when, like, you might have to make some sacrifices in the meantime to get to the lifestyle that you're searching for. But the big picture is, don't give up on it, ever. Even if people get really, really frustrated with you, just keep up that attitude. I am living the lifestyle that I want to live. I'm doing things on my terms, and that's all that there is to it. And that's what's going to take you to where you need to go. Take you to mastery of not only your skill, your craft, but mastery over your lifestyle. Okay, but there was a little bit here about this sense of frustration that you're getting with people needing help a lot of the time, and you want to be generous with them. Like perhaps you were in a position where you had a lot of money in recent past, and you thought, well, I can be helpful. You got in the habit of bailing people out. You're very generous, and it's very kind of you. But then you're starting to resent, excuse me, you're starting to resent it a little bit, that people got in the habit of coming to you for help. You're feeling overwhelmed by it. It's happening too quickly, and you're not sure how to say no. So there's some warning from the tarot about how this feeling like if you don't help people out, they won't love you. There's that being there. Like this also could be alluding to other people as well as you. Like all you have to offer other people is money. So when they're having problems, you're like, let me just throw some money at it for you. And the tarot's like, take it easy on that. And it's not that it's not because of the money part. It's because they need to be able to do things for themselves. So when you hand them money, you're telling them they can't do it themselves, that money is the only answer. Money is not the only answer for a lot of things. Sometimes, just like you have to suck it up and have to do without a little bit until you do get the money together, they have to do it too. And that's going to lift a lot of weight off of you so that you can free up your energy to perfect the things that you're working on, and so that you can attract more opportunities, more positive opportunities. Your energy is going to be way more positive because that resentment and that worry about your own future is going to be lifted. Okay, so worry way less about what other people need. When they come to you and say, I've got all this stress, I've got all these problems, be like, wow, that really sucks. Me too. Instead of being like, let me help you out with some money. I know it feels good to give them money, but you got to lay off. Regarding your love messages, there's a pretty interesting situation going on here. I have 3 different decks that I played with to get some messages for you. The Hanged Man came up 3 times in this. Somebody's keeping you waiting, really. We got the Moon, and we got the Moon, and we got the 7 of Swords, which are both alluding to, I don't know if I can trust this person. I don't know if this could be you or this could be the other person. They feel that way about you. Take it however you want to take it. Be imaginative with this whole thing. But essentially, somebody's not being totally honest, and the other person senses it, right? So there's like this waiting and waiting and waiting to find out what the real truth is. The King of Swords and the Ace of Swords are both here to say, cut the bullshit. Get rid of the person that you either feel like you need to lie to, or they feel like they need to lie to you. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not being honest and forthright with it, but it's just a bunch of nonsense, and it's not working. And it's really frustrating to you. It's going to hold back your energy in all other aspects of your life. When your love life's not doing well, your emotional center, your heart center, is getting blocked. The energy is not flowing the way that it should, and so all other aspects of your life get knocked down. So it's time to get real about who you are and about how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as being someone who tolerates nonsense from other people? Do you see yourself as someone who placates other people just so that they don't have to rock the boat? This Moon is just like, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to look like I've got issues. I don't want to look like a flake. I don't want to look like I'm like a psycho nagger, it doesn't, that uneasy feeling, it doesn't set well at all, does it? No. So this is what happens when you say, okay, enough's enough. It's time for me to put a limit on this and get on with my life. It doesn't mean you have to cut them off entirely, but it does mean you have to be like, I can't do it this way anymore. I don't know what's going on, but I can't do it this way anymore. You put an end to it, it ends a cycle that might have been going on for quite a while. A very frustrating cycle. So the Hangman is in reverse. The Hangman is upright. When he's upside down, the Hangman is upright. in both of the two cards that I pulled at first. And then finally I was like, what if you do something about it finally? What if Sagittarius takes a level up, makes a decision, as in the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords are like making a decision. This is what I'm going to do. I'm done. I'm going to be honest, right? So when you do make that decision, it's like, I'm going, I'm doing something. I'm taking myself out of this forced waiting period, and I'm changing gears, moving to a new cycle. You're going to be bringing in a different kind of scenario, either with the person that we're talking about or with somebody entirely new. But it's going to be a totally different dynamic, and it's going to make a completely different impression on your life. This is where I close out, Sagittarius. I hope these messages really resonated with you and did a whole lot of good in your life. I'll see you later. Oh, I should mention, in the description box below, you will find a link to my Instagram. You'll find a link to my tip jar, and you will find my email address if you want a private consultation, so you can find out what specific money messages are for you, specific love messages for you through the tarot. I'd love to do it for you. Now, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you later.